Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be doing another symptoms update, and I'm going to be sharing what mommy and baby are doing at 28 weeks, as well as some symptoms that I've been experiencing over the last couple of weeks. So let's just jump right in. Currently, I am 28 weeks and 5 days pregnant, so I am almost at 29 weeks. And at 28 weeks, we did venture into our third trimester, which I think in my last video, I said I was in my third trimester at 27 weeks. I'm going to chalk that up to pregnancy brain. You're really not into your third trimester until 28 weeks. So now that I'm officially in my third trimester, I have 12 weeks to go if I deliver at 40 weeks, which most women don't deliver right on their due date. I had Marley about 3 weeks early, so I really feel like I'm going to have this baby early, and so does my doctor. So I'm thinking I'm probably going to have this baby around the middle of March. So not quite 12 weeks to go. I feel like maybe closer to about 10 weeks at this point. So not much has changed with baby. Baby is still growing and just getting bigger and fatter. But right now the baby is 14 3/4 inches long and weighs 2 1/4 pounds. So definitely getting bigger and bigger. And right now for mommy, it's saying that I should be feeling a lot more kicks as baby is getting very, very active these days. And my healthcare provider may ask me to count the kicks. I definitely have not been doing that. I have noticed that this baby does kick a lot more frequently. It also says that I should be experiencing leg cramping, which I have noticed a lot of leg cramps during the night. I haven't had any Charlie horses, but I feel like they're coming on, and then I'm able to kind of stretch my leg out and keep them from happening. So that's lucky, because if you've ever had a Charlie horse, you know that it hurts really bad, and those are really common during pregnancy. And then it says that I should have some nail changes. They should be getting harder. Sometimes others find that their nails are more soft or brittle. I haven't really noticed any nail changes. I do have acrylics on right now, but even before I had these, I feel like my nails have just really been the same. So somewhere between 27, 28 weeks, whenever you start venturing into your third trimester, you'll probably be asked to take your gestational diabetes test. I just had mine on Monday and I haven't got my results back in yet. I don't feel like I have diabetes, but I guess you never know, so we'll see about that. But usually around the third trimester is when you will start testing for that. Okay, so that's pretty much it for mommy and baby. There's not a lot going on at this point, except that we are in the third trimester now. There's definitely getting less room in there as the baby is growing a lot bigger. And really, mommy is just trying to prepare for the birthday and trying to get the nursery together. I'm trying to get the baby shower situated, and there's just a lot going on right now, and I'm kind of stressing out about it a little bit because I've procrastinated and waited until the very last second to do any of this stuff. But that's currently what mommy is doing right now. So let's jump into symptoms that I've been experiencing over the last couple of weeks. So I came across this article on my Ovia app, and it really reminded me of some of my subscribers and what they've been asking me lately, some of the questions that they've been asking. So I kind of wanted to share it with you guys because I think that a lot of you are experiencing bloating and gas, and this article kind of hits right on point with that. So it says, if you aren't familiar with bloating already, it is a condition where your digestive tract can fill with gas or fluid and can lead to discomfort or pressure. And so I know a lot of us have experienced that already, or we experience it on a daily basis, and it definitely is uncomfortable, to say the least. During pregnancy, bloating will usually affect the abdominal area. It is one of the most common symptoms of pregnancy and generally affects women in the first trimester. So as I mentioned in my last video, most of my gas and bloating did occur my first trimester. I haven't really experienced a lot of it during my second trimester. Maybe it'll start picking up in my third trimester, but we'll get into that later. And then it says what causes it. Progesterone is what causes it. It slows your entire digestive system down as it smooths out your muscles in preparation for a delivery. This can make excess gas and fluid build up in your abdomen area, which can make you feel like a helium balloon. So just goes to show you that once again, it is completely normal for you to experience bloating and or gas throughout your entire pregnancy, maybe just in your first trimester. Either way, it is 100% normal. I did want to talk to you guys about some clothing as well that can be less symptomatic than other clothing. I know that a lot of my subscribers have asked about that as well. So for me, and I'm just solely basing this off of my personal experience, but for me, when I am wearing a tighter piece of clothing, so maybe a really tight form-fitted dress or some really tight maternity jeans, or when I was wearing my pre-pregnancy jeans with a belly band, because they are a little bit tighter, it would tend to cause me to bloat a little bit more, just make my stomach really feel uncomfortable. It could cause a little bit of gas as well. And I have noticed the more looser clothes that I wear, not only are they more comfortable, obviously, but they don't cause as many symptoms. They're not going to cause, you know, as much bloating or gas or just pain or just uncomfortableness in the abdomen area. So anything like a flowy dress or really soft leggings, like my motherhood maternity leggings are really soft and loose. They're not as tight as some of my other leggings that I have that are more thick and tighter. So I do try to pull these out, or like a really flowy dress, to stay really loose and comfortable. Now, if I'm at work or something like that, sometimes you can't always be as comfortable as you would like. But on the moments or the days that you can be more comfortable, definitely reach for those looser fitting pieces. I know a lot of you have asked me about the overalls and how they're not really that constrictive for me, because yours can be constrictive. And I really think that just boils down to the fit and, you know, maybe possibly what you're wearing them with, how long you're wearing them, where you got yours from. Because I will say, for my overalls specifically, I've had them for a while and they still are to this day one of the more comfortable pieces that I own, that I do gravitate towards, because for me they aren't constricting. And I think that's because the size that I have fits my body well, and they are adjustable on the side. So once I reach that point where I feel like I've outgrown the belly area, I can adjust the side to where it loosens the belly area up a little bit more and grows with my bump. As far as the leg part goes, they're really loose in the legs as well. I don't have any issues there. So if they really are constricting and uncomfortable, I would recommend maybe trying a different brand, or possibly going up a size. You know, maybe you're a size small, but going up in a medium would just make them that more comfortable. They could look like more of a boyfriend jean instead of like a tighter fitting jean, which is really in style as well. There are options that you guys can use to still wear those cute overalls whenever you want, but get them to be a little bit more comfortable. All right, so let's talk about those symptoms, because I've been having some crazy symptoms recently, and I really want to talk to you guys about that and see if you guys are experiencing the same things, because I kind of feel like I'm going crazy a little bit. So let's jump right in. So the first symptom that I want to talk about is irritability. I am so irritable. I am so emotional that I know it's not only driving my husband crazy, but it is driving myself crazy. I don't know if it's my hormones, if it's, you know, virtual schooling and Zoom classes and all of that, and COVID, or all three, but I am seriously breaking down, you guys. I am really struggling right now, dealing with my pregnancy and preparing everything for that, dealing with Marley's school and going to school, and then, you know, teaching her at home and doing virtual stuff and doing Zoom classes. And I've got her in a daycare sort of school for the days that she's not in elementary school. It's a lot. And plus I'm working full time, and there's a lot going on, and I'm having a hard time juggling it all right now. And I know there's a lot of other moms out there that are going through the same thing. I picked a horrible time not to be able to have a glass of wine, but it is what it is. My husband is really trying to help me. I think he feels really bad for me, and he is being great and really trying to help me. But some days I just feel like it's not enough and I need more help, but I don't know how to ask for the help. And I think that's because I also struggle from anxiety, and so sometimes I feel like if I don't do it myself, it's not gonna be done right, and so I feel like I have to do it myself, which is not, you know, anybody else's problem but mine. Anyway, I could go on and on, but I'm struggling right now and my emotions are going crazy, and I know a lot of it has to do with my pregnancy. The other half is probably this crazy world that we're living in right now. So definitely let me know if any of you guys are experiencing this, because I hope that I'm not alone in this. I'm sure that I'm not alone in this, but let me know what you guys are doing to push through. What is your like de-stress routine, or what's something that you guys do to de-stress and like calm yourself down? Because I need something. I've got to figure out something that I can do to just get away from it all for a second. Moving on. So a couple of TMI symptoms that I've been experiencing recently, and I did jot them down, so I'm going to be reading them off my phone. But 2 TMI symptoms that I've been experiencing recently is I have experienced more vaginal discharge recently, and I have been experiencing a little bit more gas than in my second trimester. So I don't know if it's like I had it a little bit in my first trimester and then it kind of went away in my second, and now that I'm in my third, it's like creeping back in a little bit. But lots of kicks. I've been experiencing lots of kicks. This baby right here likes to move a lot all the time, and they're kind of really hard. They're like big jabs too, and sometimes it's a little uncomfortable. I just remember Marley's being all like sweet and innocent and like, oh, my baby's kicking, and this one it's like, dang, that kind of hurts. So definitely a lot of kicking. I've noticed that I have a bloody nose. Pretty much every time I blow my nose, there's blood in it, and I don't know if that has to do with like the weather or the heat in my house, or if that's a pregnancy symptom, but it's been pretty frequent. It's been happening several months, so I'm gonna chalk it up to a pregnancy symptom because I really don't know. I've been noticing more texture on my face. Remember what I was telling you guys, how I felt like I was glowing and my skin was really smooth and my hair was looking really great? I knew that wasn't gonna last very long. I have been getting texture on my face pretty frequently, on my forehead a lot, and then like on the sides where my temples are, I've been getting some texture, and so that's kind of annoying. Not a huge deal, but my smooth, glowing face definitely went away when I got into my third trimester. Braxton Hicks is still happening. It's happening a lot. It's happening more frequent than I remember with Marley. And maybe I'm just not remembering correctly with all of my symptoms and stuff, because it was 5 years ago when I had Marley. But I do have Braxton Hicks every single day. Usually I feel like they're more regular at night, but I do remember having quite a few recently, like in the morning during the day. I feel like they're more intense or more frequent when I have a full bladder, but I do feel like they're not as intense as normal contractions at all, like not even close, but they're still pretty, I don't want to say severe, but pretty uncomfortable. I don't think they're getting worse, but maybe they're happening more, so I notice it more and feel like it's worse, but they are pretty uncomfortable and really noticeable. So I haven't really been enjoying that. Another symptom that's been driving me nuts, I think this one has been driving me nuts probably more than any of them at this point right now, and that's just my itchy skin. My skin has been so itchy. Now, I have been dealing with this for quite some time. It probably was a symptom that I had in my second trimester, and I'm not sure if I mentioned it or not. Maybe it's getting worse now. It's not just my belly, because I know my belly will get itchy. When your belly is growing, your skin is stretching, and therefore it's gonna get itchy. But like, it's my back and my shoulder and my lower back and of course my belly. I try not to scratch my belly though, but I'm just like always digging at like my back and stuff. I'm just so itchy, and I do put lotion on all over my body every single day when I get out of the shower to help prevent itchy skin, but dang, it's like super itchy and it's driving me nuts. You guys, I'm still peeing in the middle of the night every night. I do try to watch my liquid intake at the end of the night to kind of help. I maybe had 1 or 2 nights last week where I didn't wake up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom, and that was really nice. But for the most part, I am still doing it, usually just once, sometimes twice, but I think not drinking anything at night after a certain hour really helps. But that's when I'm the most thirsty, is like when I'm getting ready for bed, or I'm like getting Marley ready for bed in that routine. I'm like dying of thirst, and so we usually have a bottle of water sitting on our dresser or our nightstand, and I will just grab it and chug it right before I go to bed. Bad idea if you don't want to have to get up in the middle of the night, but I can't help it. It's like I'm just dying of thirst right before I go to bed. And it's really important to get your water in, so what the hey, I still do it. All right, so that's all the symptoms that I have noted down. I'm sure there are still some that I just forgot. Ooh, that reminds me, pregnancy brain. Pregnancy brain is a real thing. Don't let anybody tell you any different. It totally is a real thing, and I get it every single time I'm pregnant. I had it with Marley. I have it with this one. I feel like it's not as bad, but do you really know? I feel like you don't really know you have pregnancy brain until like at least a couple days, a week later, and someone's like, why did you do this? Or why did you say that? And you're like, oh my gosh, I have no idea. It's happening to me a lot. Hopefully I'm not making too many mistakes at work because of it, but it's a real thing. And it also comes with the territory. So we gotta just deal with it. But yeah, that's it for my symptoms. That's what I've been experiencing over the last couple of weeks. I'm now at 28 weeks and 5 days. So once again, I'm almost at that 29-week mark. It's getting so close. And I did want to share some news with you guys. So I did announce the gender on Instagram and Facebook. So if you do not follow me on Instagram, make sure you go ahead and follow me. You might get more information quicker by following me also on Instagram. It's Girl Mom Things on Instagram as well. And so it's a girl. We're having another baby girl. Marley is super excited to be having a baby sister. We're really excited. We started the nursery. We started purchasing things for the nursery. We've bought a few clothing items. Of course, some things were given to us by family members as well. So we're having fun putting all of that together. I ordered some wallpaper for her nursery, and it just came in. So I'm really excited about putting that up. I will try to film a few tidbits or a few pieces of us putting the nursery together so you guys can see that as well. And yeah, see, my belly's itchy. We're just really excited, and I'm happy to share that news with you guys. Another baby girl. My husband has all girls in this house, including my dog. So say a little prayer for him, because he's gonna need it, especially with how emotional that I have been recently and how sassy our first daughter is. Lord help him. So it's that time. Let me show you guys my 28 weeks and 5 days bump shot. But that's it for me, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate all of you guys taking the time out of your day to catch up with me. Don't forget to leave me a comment and let me know if you guys have been dealing with any irritability, or if you've been extremely emotional during this pregnancy, and if COVID or school or anything like that has impacted that, and how you guys are dealing and coping with that, because I could use some pointers in de-stressing. If you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you can see more videos like this. I love you guys. Again, thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Bye.